I find it rare when the comedy takes over the action. How's it? Welcome back to Tamba Takes Reviews. My name is Tamba. This is where I give you my take. First things first, if you're new, please hit that like and subscribe button for me, please, to get notified, help me with the algorithm, that kind of good stuff. I do all kinds of movie reviews, top 10 lists, TV show reviews. It would be much appreciated. Suicide Squad, now on HBO Max and in theaters. So first things first, yes, this is a ton better than the last Suicide Squad movie that we got. I'm no comic book guru. I hardly knew anything about Marvel before this whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I never read a DC comic. So when that first one came out, I was really excited just because of the cast. I didn't know who any of those people were as far as heroes, except Harley Quinn because she's involved with Batman and the Joker and whatnot. That was basically my extent. And Superman, so Batman, Superman. But other than that, I really don't know much about the whole in-depth details of comic books and stuff like that. So that first one came out and it just wasn't very good. It wasn't that entertaining. I know a lot of people had terrible reviews as well on that. And so we get this one with James Gunn, who made the Guardians movies, Guardians of the Galaxy. The first one I really liked. The second one, not as good as the first, in my opinion. Then we get a whole bunch of reviews of this one coming out. It's getting great reactions. So the expectations, they go up when I hear that kind of stuff. And it delivered. It delivered on all parts. Good action, great comedy, great performances. It doesn't take itself too seriously. So starting off with the positives, Brah, that's cherry. I think the comedy is the star of this film. For an action movie, especially to my taste, usually action comedies, I much prefer to watch the action, and the comedy is kind of that icing on top. This is the reverse. The comedy really steals the show. The deliveries of these jokes from all characters, all actors, were spot on. And a lot of them were kind of out of left field, and you would think that it wouldn't work like that, but it actually works perfectly because of the tone that is set from the very beginning. Idris Elba, John Cena, Margot Robbie, all great. Polka Dot Man was hilarious. I know a lot of people loved, I don't even know, the shark guy. I don't know his name, I'm sorry. And yeah, he had funny parts. I think it is very similar to Groot, so it actually works because James Gunn did that film. So that's kind of a very similar character as far as how they speak and how they present themselves. The action is good. It's not the best I've ever seen. It's very bloody, very R-rated, love it. But again, I think that plays second fiddle to the comedy. Now, let's move to what I did not like about this.
Brah, that stinks.
I'm gonna say it's a tad long. Maybe 10 to 15 minutes too long. There are some scenes in the beginning where Harley Quinn is kind of on her own, and I thought that took out of what we were doing. I understand that we have to get her to meet up with the rest of the squad, but it was the most boring, uninteresting part because you know eventually she's gonna get with them. So spending 15 minutes or so with her after we follow the squad basically that we're following through this film, it kind of takes you out of it. It's almost like two separate films. Even though the tone is relatively the same, I didn't really care about her. I wanted to get back to where we were, and the way that they cut it in, something happens with the squad, and I wanted to just keep going, and then they cut to Harley Quinn. And I love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, but what was happening just was not interesting to me in the slightest. That's really the only thing I didn't really like about this film. So all the hype, it lived up mostly to its expectations. And when a movie can do that, it's good. So yes, you should watch this movie. I'm gonna give this a B+. That may be a little low, but this is not a movie that I'm gonna rush out to rewatch. But maybe 2-3 years down the road, you bet. That's gonna do it for the take today. What did you guys think of Suicide Squad? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll catch you guys next time. Shoots!